Good evening, everyone. How are you doing? Radha here from Little Crafters Boxes and LCB Education. And today is all about what is on in October. So say hello if you are there watching me live. You may be coming back and watching me on replay, in which case say hello anyway, and I shall come and talk to you another time. So today is all about letting you know all the lovely things that are happening in LCB Education and Little Crafters Boxes during the month of October that you can participate in regardless of whether you subscribe with us or not, okay? All the events we do are designed for maximized fun and learning in some cases when you feel like it. But for the most part, just generally having a good time together as a community. So we've got some new crafts for you today. We've got some learning topics that you guys can participate in if you want to. We've got some newspaper topics that you can get featured in for the December edition of our new Crafty Hedgehog newspaper, and then we've got some other seasonal bits to share with you today. So let me just check if you are there on my other computer, and hopefully I can interact with some of you tonight. And if not, I shall pop back and see you another time. Hello, Stacey. Lovely to see you. I can see the comments. Good. Okay, so if you have received a box from us this month, ta-da! It will look a little bit like this. Okay, now it may be that you subscribe with us. It may be that you don't, you just fancied a bit of crafts for the month. And if that was the case, then that is absolutely fine. We can't wait. And we know that animals are really, really popular in the Little Crafters Boxes community. We know that children love them. So it has been a very, very popular month just for the crafts, okay? Because it was domestic animals, the overarching theme that we picked for this month was all about domestic animals, behavior and communication. So yeah, we're learning all about the way different animals communicate, animals that you might see day to day in your houses as your pets, or maybe just as something that you see around your house. For example, pigeons. I have a plethora of beautiful crafts set out here on the table. Don't worry, there are no live moths in the silkworm kit at the moment, but there will be hopefully in a few days, okay? So pigeons, I mentioned, were one of them. So if you have had a box this month, you'll have one of these inside your box. These are all the different crafts that you can maybe have a go at. And remember, if you don't feel like doing a lot of learning this month, that's okay. Just have some fun with the crafts, okay? The pigeon behavior bunting is one of my personal favorites, namely because we get a lot of pigeons in our garden, and I really wanted to learn a little bit more about pigeons. So therefore, I thought it'd be a really good idea to do a craft about it. Apparently, all the things that they, the ferocious flapping and the cooing and all the things, you know, they all mean something. So I thought it'd be really interesting to find out what their actual behaviors mean, so that you can understand them a little bit better and maybe communicate. You can all be like, who was that doctor that used to talk to all the animals, the vet? There's a film about it, isn't there? Maybe you could, Dr. Doolittle, is that his name? Maybe we could all be a little bit like Dr. Doolittle and channel our inner animal conversations to talk to animals as the month progresses. So I seem to have lost one of my pigeon bunting pieces along the way. I don't know where it went, but you know, there's all different types of things that you guys will sort of learn about, from making your bunting and then displaying it and then bird watching, as it were. So let's go through some of the crafts and some of the different things that you might be able to do. Now, there are stories behind the reason I put some of these in. So there's a house mouse. It's an automata. It rotates because it's a little bit of fun. But I live in the middle of, well, I don't live in a field, obviously, because that would be weird. But we live very, very rurally. And the Little Crafters Boxes HQ is also very, very rural. There's fields all around us. And we get a lot of field mice around this area. And you just have to get used to the fact that this is the time they come. One of the things that I've learned from having had lived here a few years is that at this time of the year, you know, when all the farmers are out in the fields doing all the harvesting of all the crops that have been growing all year round, one of the things we notice is that they disturb the mice. There's mice that just live in the fields. And when they disturb the mice, they literally start running around everywhere. Now, it's not, you know, it's not terrible. They're only tiny little cute things. They're not like the horrible big rats you get in cities and stuff. But I still don't like them, don't get me wrong. a learning curve there. And I thought house mice, we haven't got any house mice, thankfully, just as a slight caveat. We haven't got any in the workshop either. It's a great thing to learn about at this time of the year. The scare I got with our box, Stacey is saying this because Stacey said that she didn't want to have a silkworm box this month, and she asked us to have an autumn craft box instead. And we accidentally still sent her an autumn thingy, a moth box. So she's a little bit scared of her moths now, but she's still going to hatch them. I think Dylan's still going to have a go at doing them. Hello, Liz. Oh, I can see the comments here. Have you heard much noise from Coningsby? We watched. Oh, there are noises around here. What's going on in Coningsby, Stacey? Let us know. There are noises going on at the moment. Coningsby is just down the road. Hello, Lisa. Lovely to see you. So yes, Stacey's scared of moths, but that didn't deter us. We thought, we'll still send the box out, and she's going to have a go at doing them. We've decided in the office. We've been talking a lot about moths this week. It's the Skilled Crafters project for this month. So essentially it's silkworms, right? And we gave you all everything you needed to basically hatch your own silkworm eggs, and loads of questions have been coming in throughout the week, and it just got me really curious because I didn't put this craft together, Jack and some of the lovely team in the Little Crafters offices put their sort of different components together, and they put the project together, and I've been learning with you guys, questions like there's the foods, there's like that green powdery food that you have to mix with water to make their dinners. And the questions are, how much of this do we need? Do we need to buy more? Is it going to run out? To which, right, I'm not going to lie, initially my answers were like, I don't know. I don't even know whatever the stuff is, the green stuff. I can't remember what it's called. Somebody remind me what the green stuff is called that goes inside. Something to do with mulberries, isn't it? Mulberry chowder, I don't know. Anyway, we gave everyone a little pot of this stuff, right? It's the food of the silkworms, and there's some little eggs that hatch in a couple of days. And this guy's talking in the office. We are actually going to do this project in the office. I've got one here. We're going to have a pet for a few days while we hatch these eggs. Apparently, what they do is they eat as soon as you take them out of the fridge, which simulates the winter. They come out of stasis and they start eating their eggs from the inside out to hatch, and that gives them the energy that they need to be able to then hatch. He then put the green stuff, the mulberry thingies, into in with them, so they've got plenty to eat, and they are literally like the very hungry caterpillar. They eat and eat and eat and eat and eat, and they just get, they get quite big. They get to about 3 inches, I think, and then they pupate, so they make their little cocoons. They, mothify, they turn into silkworms. But when they become silkworms, their mouths literally close, they seal shut. So when they're actually a silkworm, they're beautiful. They're not a silkworm anymore, they're a moth. I don't know why I'm going like this. You know what a moth looks like. When they're a moth, they can't eat anymore because their mouths are sealed shut. So then they literally have got 10 days. And within 10 days, they live their best lives, and then they die, and that's the end of the pet. So we will literally hopefully get to watch the entire story from our beautiful viewing windows that Little Crafters Boxes have very kindly provided the silkworm children with. Hello, Akila, lovely to see you. Night training for Cobra Warrior. Is that what that is in Coningsby today? There you go, people. If you have got live stream to Coningsby at any point, have a little look at what's going on. It's literally down the road from where we are. We're in RAF headquarters here, so there's always weird and wonderful things occurring, and there were lots of noises tonight. Right, so that's the moth kit, and there's, I'm not going to go through all the different units. I'll show you where you can find them. Okay, if you are learning with us in additional to the crafts, this is what you can do. Okay, you can go on the LCB education website. This is what the units look like. When you're on the LCB education website, you press the big green button. Do you know what? I put a massive button there because everybody always misses it. So I thought, I know what I'll do. I'll put this big button and everyone will know exactly where it is. And people still say, Rada, we can't find the unit list. It's here. It says LCB unit list. You press the button and it takes you to the unit list, okay? You've got your autumn and winter units if you don't fancy doing anything to do with animals. So that's things like Halloween. It's like Christmas. It's like weather, making Christmas decorations, nature art for well-being, all sorts of fun and fancy stuff that you can just do for fun, okay? Or you can scroll down until you find October and domestic animals, okay? There's lots of different units in there. You've got easy, medium, and more challenging. You can do any of those, if whether you are or are not registered with us. It doesn't matter, okay? When you click on one, the outcomes come up. We've got things like care of dogs, introduction to bird communication, making a model of a pet, sensory exploration and maths. What else have we got? Using gears to make a moving model. So we've still managed to squeeze some STEM in there, you know, because we know you like a little bit of STEM. Oh, I wanted to do a little demonstration. I can't remember what this one relates to, but this is a duck, because believe it or not, ducks are domestic animals. Hello, Sam. They are domestic animals. Some people keep them as pets. And we actually made this duck to show you a demonstration, because we know how much you love those. So you basically make the duck, you put it on the ramp, and the duck walks down the ramp. Because it is cool like that. So that's a fun little project for the children to make. I can't remember what it's about, but in terms of learning, you'll have to find the learning unit. We've made you a thumping bunny for the little children, okay? Because apparently the thumping of the bunny actually means something. So when they thump, don't ask me what it means. I can't remember. I did learn it, but I've forgotten. So the thumping means stuff. So if they've got bunny rabbits as little pets and things, they can learn all about that. And then because we're doing dogs, there's a bit, I can't remember exactly where it is, but there is something in the learning somewhere, which, you know, asks you to learn about what different behaviors of dogs actually mean. You know, like when they're wagging their tongue or when they're wagging their tails. Why am I doing the actions? You know what it means when a dog wags their tail. So we thought it'd be really lovely if we actually gave you a bendy dog to make, and actually you can manipulate its body a little bit to simulate some of its behaviors. Okay, so we've got some nice little fun things happening for you there. And if you're a bit younger and you wanted a dog, you wanted one for the care of dogs, we've given you a little doggy to look after as well. So, oh, and it's for Catty, and that's for anybody that's got the needle felted kit for this month. That's one we made earlier. So there's some really cool little fun things to do there. Akila's saying the duck is awesome. Stacey's still talking about the typhoon. Over in Coningsby, the typhoon display is an ex-air cadet, which is why we spent 2 nights watching the night training. Amazing. A cat-themed unit was missing. Was there? What, from this website, Stacey? Or in general in life? Maybe there's like a general animal one that you can relate the cat one to. Anyway, that's where the units are, okay? So all that to get involved with in terms of loving the animals, hatching some eggs, watching some silkworms. Apparently, if you run out of the green stuff, the mulberry chow, you can buy more mulberry chow and give it to them. But apparently, for a little while, they can actually live on things like carrots, beetroot leaves, and something else as well, which I can't remember what it is. Oh, iceberg lettuce. But those things are like McDonald's for those little creatures. So they can't live on those things for long. It's not very healthy for them. But again, we were talking about this in the office. And we were saying, well, you know, poor little things, they've only got short lives. So they're here for a good time, really, aren't they? Not a long time. So if they get some nice, healthy treats that is like McDonald's to them, then, well, let them have it. Let them live their lives and have fun and pupate. It's not like they can eat once they're moths, is it? So let them enjoy themselves. Hello, Carol. Lovely to see you. Right, let's see what else is going on, shall we? Let's see what's on the other things I've got open here. So, right, I've literally, this is hot off the press. I've just done this for you guys. So we're aware that Remembrance Day is coming up, and we know that lots of you like to learn about Remembrance Day, or do Remembrance Day themed sort of bits and bobs around your houses. So we have on the homepage of the Little Crafters Boxes.co.uk website, put some Remembrance Day themed crafts that you guys can get. They're only individual little crafts, and they're all 50% off for this month. So if you want to get yourself some little bits and bobs that you can do over the next few weeks, then they are there for you, okay? Now, they're not going to stay on long because we are going to open the Christmas shop very soon. I reckon it's going to be towards the end of this month. So if you want this stuff, then, you know, get it quick because the time is going to run out. We've got to move on to Christmas. I feel like everybody has already moved on to Christmas and we're behind. I seem to be appropriately clothed today for remembrance as well. However, I didn't plan this. I normally try and wear my glow-in-the-dark hoodie as much as I can during October because it's my favourite one. And I only get to wear it 1 month a year because otherwise, you know, it's a bit not Halloweeny, isn't it? So there we go. Remembrance Day stuff is available if you want to have a go at that. What else is there? Oh, Halloween shop is still there. I've moved the Halloween shop on the website for you guys, okay? If you still want Halloween stuff, you can have it. In the top menu, when you're on the Little Crafters Boxes website, you have to click Halloween shop, okay? And then that will take you to the Halloween shop. This is only open until the 19th of October, so if you want some Halloween crafts, they're not even Halloween. There's a washing machine in there. I don't know how that's quite got in there, but I'll have to sort that out. Go to the Halloween shop. There's no Halloween crafts in there. That will not be the case very soon. I'll get that sorted out for you guys, but there will be Halloween stuff till the 19th, okay? And what else is there? Let's have a look. One last thing. Oh, autumnal stuff. So if you want some autumn crafts, winter crafts, seasonal crafts, they are there too. I just wanted to show you, we've had a lot of inquiries this week about people asking about where they can buy individual boxes if they don't want to subscribe. So what you can do is you go to littlecraftersboxes.co.uk. You have to press the subscribe button, but don't worry, nothing terrible is going to happen. You just press it and it'll take you to this page. If you scroll all the way down and down and down and down and down, okay, here you've got individual boxes that you can purchase. So Life Skills is up next. Obviously, the domestic animal box is still there. We were very lucky that the moth company that we got the eggs from sent us a few extra eggs. So we do have, there's not many, but there's a few domestic animals thingies left in stock. If you would like one, you can jump on this website and get them. But when the eggs run out, we're not getting any more. So that will just be marked out of stock, okay? So they're there as well, the domestic animal boxes. And then we've got autumn and winter seasonal crafts as well, okay? You can just go on there and get them individually. No subscriptions necessary. Right, one more thing I want to talk to you about, two more things I want to talk to you about, and then I'm going to go. Keep the washing machine in Halloween. Laundry is terrifying, says Sam. I know the feeling, Sam. I get so scared that I don't even look at it. Right, so yeah, two more things to talk about. I want to talk about the newspaper because the Crafty Hedgehog is coming to a house near you, namely yours. Especially if you subscribe to Boxes, because you're the ones that will get it. We're encouraging the children to take part with the newspapers. The Crafty Hedgehog is going to be all about all the things that are happening behind the scenes here at Little Crafters, but also we want you guys to report news to us from around the country. So it'll be like a national newspaper written by the children for the children. The November one is already in editing now, so it's too late for that one. That will be sort of related to life skills. The December one, we are now taking entries for, okay? So if you would like your child, or you as an adult would like to contribute something to this December newspaper, the theme of that month is gaming. I don't know what that's going to look like yet. I'm finalizing the plans for that box tomorrow. But gaming, and don't forget it's Christmas as well. It's also winter. So there's various different things happening at that time of the year. So think about what's going on in your areas. Think about things that you guys are engaging in. And, if there's something you want to write about and share with the rest of the country, then write a little report about what's going on. Catchy headline, telling us the sort of bare bones of what it's all about. And then a little article and a photo would be wonderful. You can send that to us wherever you like, any email address, and it will get forwarded to Lisa, who is in charge of that. Education@littlecraftersboxes.co.uk is her direct email address if you would like to send it to her. But if you send it to hello or support or anywhere else that you're used to sending us things, that's absolutely fine as well, because they'll all just send it to Lisa, okay? So in particular, for the December newspaper, we are looking for this. If you've got a pen, write this down. We're looking for children who engage in things like family games nights or family games days with their families. What kind of games do you play? We want to find out. You tell us about a night in your life. If you do family games night, we do Monopoly in our family. So tell us about, if I was going to write it, I would talk about that night you played Monopoly and Ivan, my youngest little one, decided that he was going to buy a hotel at Mayfair and then he bankrupted us all. And I could tell the whole story of that, and I could do a little photo of Ivan holding all the Monopoly cash, and that would be a really fun story to share in the newspaper. Okay, so think about things that you guys get up to and share one story with us about a day in your lives. We love hearing about it and we want to see. We've also got eco-friendly game ideas. So for this, I'm thinking, you know, all the boxes and the wrapping paper that gets left on Christmas Day or Boxing Day, what can we do with that? Give us ideas of things that you can do with leftover wrapping paper. So one idea is fine. Send in your ideas and let us know whose idea it was and how old they were. And we will add that to our list of top 10 things that you can do with Christmas raffle boxes, okay? Or Boxing Day fun or something like that. We will create that article. It's a sort of a less pressure. It's a good one for if you've just got an idea that you want to share. And then the last one is going to be, I think we're going to have a page dedicated to newspaper games. So like a word search, maybe a spot the difference, or anything else that you guys come up with. Okay, you might want to do us a Sudoku. We've got a child that does jokes for us. So there'll be a little joke corner. Anything like that you want to share that'll go into sort of make a game. We can add your sort of work to that as well. So that'll be lovely. So that's for December. If you'd like to contribute to that, we need all of that in by the end of this month, okay? So the 31st of October, Halloween, is your last day to send your bits and bobs in to us if you would like to take part in the December Crafty Hedgehog. What else? Oh, English and Maths. If you are doing exams with us or thinking about doing exams with us or doing English and Maths core lessons with us, then you will notice that if you subscribe to those lessons, that we've been populating them and they've been slowly sort of appearing throughout the month. We're very nearly there now, and all the lessons we are hoping will be uploaded within the next sort of 1 to 2 weeks. So by the middle of October, they should all be there, and you'll have all the lessons from entry level 1, 2, 3, and then functional skills level 1 and functional skills level 2. Yeah, the rest is gravy. We've got a caravan, which, you know, you may or may not care, but it's brilliant. Next week when I do a proper Thursday Night Live, the social one that we do, I will do it from the caravan. So I can give you a little tour of our new caravan. We're hoping that we can invite you guys in time to do various things. Some of you are already saying you want to come and visit us to do your functional skills exams with us on site. So in the interest of having sort of therapeutic learning spaces and therapeutic exam spaces, we've literally bought you a home from home that you can sit in and do an exam, which is quite fun and cool. We've had a few staff meetings in there this week and it's been really fun, cozy space, and we don't know what we ever did without it. So we look forward to sharing that with you as well. That's it, guys. That is all of what's going on in October. Plenty for you to be taking part in. Halloween, autumn, winter, domestic animals, Remembrance Day stuff. You know, there are plenty of opportunities there. So no reasons not to be having fun and enjoying, look, it's dark, enjoying these cozy nights in crafting, obviously. There we go. So I'm going to love you and leave you. Plenty of food for thought. Remember, this stuff is not on the LCB education website. Crafts on the Little Crafters Boxes website, okay? So get yourself on there and have a little nosy. Take care and have a wonderful month. And I'll see you again for what's on in November, this time next month. Goodbye.